Welcome, welcome. It's Christmas time again. Christmas time is here again. I'm so pleased you guys saw my Instagram post. I got separate emails from both Amy and Miguel that said very nice things about my Instagram post, so I'm very pleased with that. Welcome everyone back again to, I think this is what, the second annual Rayjet Challenge Christmas
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody who's joining us in chat. I'm sure we're going to have some more people joining in. Make sure to say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. If this is your first time ever watching the Rayjet Challenge, you've picked a great time to come in. I have with me my small assistant today who won't be quiet unless I'm holding him for some reason, so I'm going to try and fix that as the day goes on. Doug, very nice to see you again, man. Very nice to see you. Let me introduce, if this is your first time watching, my two co-hosts who are here with me. To my...
To your side.
Miguel. Yeah.
Yeah. To one of your sides.
The very talented Miguel. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm hot right now. It's actually really hot in here. I had to turn off the fan so it didn't um, cause some static noises in the phone. Uh, Now, Amy said something before we started that last year we all had Santa hats and she didn't. And apparently now it's the other way
Oh
around.
no.
In fact, we brought in just now Thomas, and he also doesn't have a Santa hat. And
No, I
oh,
forgot. I'm
yeah,
so sorry. I'm so in a rush.
That's okay. I am as well.
Amy was the only person this year to actually
Oh,
bring the
oh wait,
Christmas
oh
spirit
wait.
with us. Okay.
Oh no.
Well,
Last minute. Last minute.
Yes.
Okay. We have a reindeer now. That's
Excellent.
perfect. Okay.
There is always up there.
Hi, Nicole. Good to
Awesome.
see you. Hi, Johnny. How are you?
Okay. So yeah, it's really sunny here. There is no snow. There is no cold. So I'm just gonna put my summer glasses because summer just started. For me.
That's
So I'm gonna
oh,
have some. I'm gonna
Did
have
you
some
laser
fun.
them?
The what?
Did you laser your glasses?
I don't have a laser in here. I don't have a laser in here, but I will once I get back to Canada. I am going back next month, so
it's true.
finally I'll take control of the stream again.
Thank
Use the
God.
laser. Yeah, thank God, because I've been having like some some feelings and some messages from people saying that I'm gonna shadow myself, but I think that we're playing the long con here, right, Don?
Mm,
That every
indeed.
time that I try to do something, actually you are shadowing me. So
100%. You
let's
guys
let's
should know
actually
that,
try
like,
to make this work.
I want you all to know, everybody who's ever seen this stream before, 99% of the times that anything has gone wrong for Miguel, it's usually because I've promised him that we'll set aside time to test it in advance, and then that time never materializes. So it's 30 minutes before we're supposed to go live, and he's sending me, less and less polite texts that say, like, Don, what's up with the,
Yep.
hey, Don, can we please do the, hey, Don, I hate you. I hate you so much. Why do you always do this?
or my favorite, it's another Friday, all right? Eh?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh yes.
Today, my laptop decided I connected it to the Rayjet this morning, and it decided that it was not going to connect to CorelDRAW. I needed to update my graphics drivers before it would even consider opening CorelDRAW. So it's all good. I'm still
Okay,
in the
let's go.
Christmas spirit. You know what? It's a great time. I'm glad that everybody's joining us today. Bonjour from my
Below me,
VR.
it's Amy Hill. Guys, you know her for sure, and if you don't, Amy, that's your cue.
Hi guys.
So glad to have you back, Amy. Amy Mischief
I'm
Pop,
so
as you can
happy
see in
to
her
be
name
back.
on Instagram. Check her out. Incredibly talented illustrator, maker of all sorts and kinds. Any of the previous challenges that we've had, either Amy or Tomas on, I've got to say they both turned out incredible work and have saved Miguel from my ineptitude. So I think definitely ones to keep your eyes on. Also, Tomas, I know you're in a rush today. I know you might have to leave us a little bit early.
No, it's alright. I figured out. So I arrived a bit late, but the baby is already at home with my girlfriend, so I can stay with you till the end.
Perfect. I'm so glad.
Nice.
Nice.
So Miguel, do you wanna let everybody know what we're making today then?
Okay, on our part, we're gonna try to make a foldable kind of 3D tree that is should have been done with one cut, right? You would
Yes.
have a
Then
piece
with
of
one
paper.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you would cut everything in one piece of paper, and you would fold it, and it would stand, well,
Mhm.
stand still.
Like a
And
laser cut origami, something like that.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
like a laser
I-
cut origami. Yes.
That's how I would market it. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
But since I couldn't actually see the folds and understand better, the physics of it, I had to leave it to Don for the last 24 hours to test it. And yeah, we shall
This is
see how
where the
that.
fun begins.
Yeah, we shall see.
Indeed. Imagine
We
how
shall see how
boring
that
these would be
works.
if I didn't, if everything just went perfectly, flawlessly
Which
every
is
time.
also, which is also not another like one cut kind of thing, because now I took some safety precautions. So I did some like holes inside that Don can use to make it, I don't know, stick. Maybe
Mhm.
we'll see that. We'll see that. And yeah, that's it. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Do you want me to
I
go,
should
Thomas?
say,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, go for it.
go for it to me.
Yeah, I'll be doing acrylic gingerbread earrings.
Sweet.
Nice.
I feel like I don't need to hear any more. I'm just excited already. If you guys have seen, I
And
still
we
go
also
back
know it's gonna
to,
work.
yeah, for sure.
Yes.
If you guys go back to Amy's, I think possibly my favorite thing that Amy's ever done on the stream is the one she did last Easter, the bunny like basket. Anytime Amy suggests something cute, I'm always like, yes, sweet.
It's always something fun.
Forgive me too. I feel like I should really quickly jump in and say, if this is your first time watching, essentially, anytime we do the Rayjet Laser challenge, what we've done is we've taken about roughly 60 minutes today. Because it's Christmas, it's a bit more loosey goosey than it would normally be. But take 60 minutes and we challenge our designers to come up with a product around a theme. So we're all going to be using a Rayjet Laser. We have, the basic theme, of course, this week of holidays. And I think everybody was sort of just given a blank slate outside of like Christmas holidays and whatever you'd like to do. So, Thomas, how about you, sir?
I have to need. I did my first Christmas market this year, and it was
Cool.
a very interesting experience. First encounter with the public, and
That's so cool.
I did a lampshade, but I'm not quite happy with it. So I did. You see it on the screen right now.
You gotta show that.
You can pop it
Okay.
up there. Yeah.
So
Thanks, Miguel.
this is the sides. Okay. So I
Oh,
did
nice.
some snowflakes here. The snowflakes are in wood, and then it leave room for the light to go through. But on 45 degrees on the lamp here, I have those inserts, and I've put a Christmas tree there. But as you will see, it's kind of out of proportion for it. So I thought it was maybe a good idea to fix it, to make just one big Christmas tree, rightly proportioned, and that we go with a half slot on the top, and then the Christmas tree will go on the side with smaller wood on the angles. So I will try to fix that within the hour and produce it and go and see how it looks.
Very cool.
It looks pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, I'm excited. What material will you be using, Thomas? Just out of curiosity.
Wood, man.
Take
Come on.
take a
Yeah.
wild guess,
I
dude.
assumed it would be wood, but just when you said lampshade, I was like, oh, I wonder,
Yeah.
like this could be a whole new world for her.
I have a round paper to diffuse to help with not to have the direct lamp, but beside that everything is in wood.
Very cool. I'll be excited to see it. Amy, you said yours was out of acrylic, right?
It will be, yeah. It'll be out of the glitter acrylic.
Do you mind if I pop up your screen? If I show
No,
I can see
go
like
for it.
just a little hint of the. Nice. Just for all you aspiring illustrators out there, Amy does draw from reference sometimes. If you're doing like these sort of live figure drawing poses, it's nice to have some reference images of the actual gingerbread, people off on the left side.
Of course, yeah.
I actually would like to do that one day. I don't, because I have to have it prepared and all that, but have some free hand drawing would be really cool to do once. So I envy Amy. And
I
now
agree.
she's doing that. Okay, and I have now, since you guys showed yours, I gotta show mine, right? I have to
Yeah.
show what I did, and how I did actually. So here it is. So this is the project. Where is it? This is the project that I sent to Don to cut,
Mm-hmm.
and this is how it started. Why I cannot Control Tab this? Anyway, so this is how it started, right? The idea here that we have open cuts inside, and this should be a kiss cut to help with the folding of the paper. But then that didn't work really well. It was breaking the plastic that Don was cutting, and this inside part would fold in 90 degrees within the tree,
Okay.
right? So you would have both sides of the tree, and then you would decorate like arts and crafts with other piece of paper. So Don bought multiple colors of paper there: green, red, gold.
Mm-hmm.
So after cutting and after making it work, we just cut some ornaments and just wait. Don, is that actually paper? That was
Yeah.
reflective. Okay.
Oh no, the gold one.
Ah.
The gold one is reflective, but I figured you would want to use it just for decorative purposes.
Yeah, so put some a glue stick and just glue on the paper, and that's it. Don did test. Some of the tests were good, so this is the final version that I sent to him. It's a little bit thicker, and I sent it with some cuts inside, so he could put the what's the name of this thing?
Candy cane?
Yeah, candy cane across it, so it could hold it in place. And here in the bottom, you could use two candy canes to make it like a small lever, and the tree would be completely sitting tall. I don't know if it's gonna work because, well, I sent that to Don 9 a.m. in the morning. He still hasn't cut it, so
Listen,
we.
I've been testing these for 2 days straight. You can't pretend I haven't.
But that's the idea. That's the idea. And okay, since you guys will eventually explain yours, let me finish explaining mine. So I started with the simple arrow here, right? So how did I get this shape? I made an arrow. If you don't know how to make an arrow in Illustrator, you just pick a line. If you want, I mean, put a mount my color here, make it a little bit thicker so y'all can see it. I select it. You go to stroke, and you can put a dashed line, or just put an arrowhead here. So you have all these arrowheads that you can choose from. So I chose, I think, the third, and then I made object, expand appearance, and you can take the arrowhead from here. Okay? And I use the arrowhead to. I use this. I forgot the name of those things. to make it more curved each anchor point. Okay.
Like the handles on the anchor point, you mean? Like
Yeah, the handles. Yes.
yeah.
Thank you. So I just drag them all to the extreme, and I started with that, right? But that wasn't good enough, so I did some tweakings, and once I found what once I found the what I wanted, I cut it in half and duplicated. So something like that. But I had to tweak a little bit more than the natural one, simply um, because of the cut. I was sending to Don, and I was seeing that this was too close to the plastic, so some of these parts were falling apart. Right, Don? They were not actually holding.
Yeah, and to be honest, too, although we talked about doing it in paper right from the beginning, I also got a little bit ambitious sometimes. So I was trying it in acrylic and in Lamicoids and different materials and stuff too. That's part of the reason I think eventually that we also lost the kiss cut sort of along the base there. Miguel originally put that in to help with the fold, but when it came to doing it in paper, we kind of didn't need it anymore, right? We were sort of good to go.
So I made this, and eventually it became this, which I alt click and hold, and then I flipped. I reflect. So I could use this, but also was too thin. Anyway, I started doing some tweakings, and eventually I came to this. Had a little bit more angle. and I copy pasted it, and then I created an offset to it, which came to this. These holes were supposed to have some decorations in it, but they were too big. Even though in the actual design doesn't look like, it looks like you have some spacing here. When Don cut that in the plastic, it was breaking some of these sharp edges. So I removed that. And the star, if you don't know that in Illustrator, if you click and hold on the shape tool, you have a star tool. So it didn't, it was so easy to make this. It literally took me maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. My initial project was so much different than that, but I knew things were not going my way. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna create something easy that Don can do with one cut and forget about it. But we shall see if it actually works or not. He has
And
to
then we
cut
spent 3 days testing it.
Yeah.
Really? Oh my goodness.
As you do. I will say, so Storm Nation, I want to say hello, joining us from across the pond. Johnny was asking us about why no one is making a childish Die Hard card.
I thought about it. I thought about John. I swear. Do you remember last year I did a Christmas card slot, a reference to
Yes.
the Lord of the Rings.
Absolutely. Yep.
Merry Christmas and Pippin New Year.
Yep.
And I thought this year I would do the same with the Nakatomi Plaza in wood engraved with the side, and I thought about John about it.
I have to say, I think also, given that none of us have had the chance to do it here live on the stream, if I were to see that crop up at some point, I know you're incredibly busy, John, but sometime between now and the new year, if I were to see that crop up on your Instagram, I would not be sad. I think that would be a cool one to see. Maybe you take a stab at. I should say, if any of you are not familiar with Jonathan Green in the chat with us right now, he works for our UK office. Amy's very familiar with Johnny Trotec on Instagram. Definitely check him out. We've also got a lot of really talented laser people here in our chat. I've got to keep shouting out some Instagram handles as we go, but I'm going to start cutting, I think, over on my side.
Yes, please.
Can I ask you guys what might be a silly question? You got me thinking about this while you were explaining, Miguel. In terms of, I know all of you can draw, and even start your process in a lot of cases with hand drawings. I know Thomas and Amy absolutely, start their process with hand drawing. Do you find that building stuff up on the computer, like in terms of, Miguel, you were just showing how you're building out like the tree from like an arrow shape. Is it kind of similar when you're building something in Illustrator or in Corel to how you would do it when you're hand drawing? It is sort of like overlapping of shapes and sort of building things out. Because I've seen Miguel draw stuff with the mouse, and I think he's like, that's incredibly impressive. But at the same time, I feel like it can't be the easiest way to build out a complex shape for a laser or for a design.
No, I totally agree. Yeah, the more complex the design, the more I have to like revert back to like drawing. The more simpler the design, I can just grab shapes. I can just do that on the computer. But something like this, like my gingerbread man, which has got like different parts to it, like his eyes and the buttons, I prefer to draw that out and then insert that into my into Corel.
And it gives a personal feeling to the design, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I agree. So sometimes I use the pencil and paper to give a rough idea of the space arrangement, how I will occupy the space, how the general shape it will have, and then I try to source some visual on internet, just to see if something already exists, and then either I start from that, either I redraw it. So sometimes it's quicker to go from a blank page directly on Illustrator, and sometimes I use the references I find online as a starting point. It all depends of the complexity and the general feeling I want.
That makes sense, especially because I know, I think it can be intimidating when tackling a new piece of software, right? To feel like you need to learn all the tools. I've been trying to learn a little bit about Inkscape because there are a lot of computers here in our Montreal office that, for whatever mind-boggling reason, only have Inkscape currently installed. So I'm trying to learn just a little bit of it in case I should ever be in a position where it's the only option I have. And reminding myself to kind of go back to, like, I don't necessarily need to learn all of the really complex tools. Fortunately, Inkscape doesn't have that much in the way of complex tools, but just learning how to, build basic shapes and, basic pen tool lines and stuff like that is usually enough for, you can build something really complex. It just is a matter of kind of, additive process, right? Like one small thing on top of another, on top of another, on top of another, until you get to what it is you're looking for. Also, Miguel changed my life in Illustrator when he showed me the shape builder tool. That thing is that's a life-changing tool inside of Illustrator. That thing, oh my gosh, never having to look at the Pathfinder again.
Actually, you see that Thomas uses I think the Pathfinder much more than I do.
Yeah,
I use the shape builder a lot, and
the tool I'm using the most. The tool I'm using the most is this one. Is the my Illustrator is in French. Sorry, but it's Concepteur de Forme.
Yeah, that's the one.
Capital M.
That's shape builder.
That's it. That's shape builder. Yep.
And on this, Ruby changed my life because when you use these tools, usually Illustrator duplicates in the same layer the several shapes. And before in job control, the laser head, because you don't see it properly, as every vector will look the same width, and you said it. And now with the tool that just pass one time on overlapping lines, this is a time savior, big time. Truly.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. Like, how are you finding Ruby? I mean, you've been using it for a few months, right?
Well, I did my 12 hours of production on it, and I really love the development from the beta to the version we have now. It was a release yesterday, I believe, 2.1. So I will discover the new features with this test. But I really love it.
How do you know there's a new version and I don't?
Because on the face group Trotec users, someone posted the estimate time of production, saying, "Do you also see this?" And so everybody, yes.
Really?
So, yeah, 2.1. Yeah, 2.1.
I got the news yesterday. I was going to be hosting a stream about the next version coming up just yesterday as well. I said, like, the new version is launching today, and I said, like, oh, I know. And then they said the next version that comes out, we're going to have you host a stream. I was like, oh, great, because I knew all about the new version that came out today, for sure. Miguel and I keep abreast of everything Ruby. You're enjoying it though, the new version with the finally having the job time calculation added in. I saw so many nice posts on the Facebook group. No,
I didn't test it yet. No, I will test it today. I will see.
I was gonna say
I installed. I synchronized my version yesterday to make sure that for today it's everything ready, and so I will test it now with this file.
Awesome.
But the last version, the Illustrator file natively drop in, that was an awesome update, and so yes. So far, I'm really glad with.
I literally now send like emails to some people saying that, look, Ruby now has the job calculator too, so just go there and use it.
Because when you have an order and you need to provide an estimate, it was frustrating that having a so good tool, but having to go back to job control and maybe the parameters are not synchronized. So you need to try an error, and now I will check. I will see.
So Chris Crypto Coffee asks, like, when will the Rayjet be updated? If he's talking about the actual design of the machine, hardware wise, I don't know, but it's not that far-fetched to think it's not that far from it, because we just released the R400. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
And another one, right? I forgot what was the other. The Q.
No. Well, we've got we've got the Qs that'll be launching soon in Canada. The R400 just recently came out, and the Q is going to be launching in the new year, I think.
Mhm.
Going
So
into
we
prod,
have
coming back.
so we have new versions of the Rayjet that released, and the R400. I don't know, Johnny, if you're there, can you confirm to me? Is it a RF tube or is it a DC tube on the 400? I know
It can be
the
either.
R500 is the DC tube. Really?
Yep, is my
I thought
understanding at
the
least.
I
I
thought
think you can
the
have either one.
R500 was only DC.
R500 or 400?
500. I thought the
No,
500
yeah,
was only
I think
DC
you can
tube.
have either one installed. The RF tube is more expensive, but or I should say the standard tube that it comes with can also be upgraded to the fancier version. Miguel, this is not showing up, and I don't know why.
What is not showing up?
My file is not coming from my Corel Draw for some reason. Interesting.
So Emmy, she's basically done with it. You just need to put a handle to. Oh, how are you gonna make that? What material are you gonna use? Acrylic.
Yeah, I'm using glitter acrylic.
So
So
basically, you just need a hole and you're good to go.
I'm actually just going to use studs for these ones. So just glue on the back of them.
You're gonna use what?
Glue, just a bit of glue.
Yeah, like studs, like diamond stud earrings kind of style.
Yeah.
Is that? But then, is it light? Like I mean, I don't use earrings, so I don't know. But
Yeah, they're only 3 mils,
This
so they'll stick.
I will say it's kind of cool. Earrings was actually one of the very first things that Miguel ever made on the Rayjet Challenge as well. That was like our second episode, I think. I mention it because I recently went back and rewatched it, just in the background of doing something else, and it was eye-opening.
Was that the piranha plant one that you said?
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
remember now.
After a first week where we had producer Lev tearing his hair out in the background, we were told, like, keep it simple, keep it easy, and Miguel came out swinging in the second week and absolutely crushed
He
it.
totally did. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
no, I'm excited to go back and actually like let you host.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited for you to come back.
Yeah, let you host the challenges and all the streams that we do, so I can do stuff.
What you do best.
Just yeah, exactly. I mean,
Hey.
I feel like a fish out of the water right now, just talking and waiting for something to be done.
No, you're-
it's weird.
Tell you what, in that case, then let me give you something to do. I am going to share my screen, and you can help me to understand. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Why our prototype is not showing up in my Rayjet Manager? Because I'm sure I've just overlooked something very simple. Here I have our tree.
Can you see the window straight?
Yeah.
Take a look there. Yeah, there. It's stuck. You see the printer icon? No, the printer icon. Yeah, click twice. So error.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
For everyone that is watching this, something like that happens, check the printer icon on the tray. So
Yes, that's really
what-
important.
It's a really easy way to troubleshoot if a file didn't sync properly, and this is all Windows,
Yeah, I got trapped in the queue or didn't make it to the.
Yep.
Laser, come on, my friend. You were working yesterday, so I know you work. What will I do with all this colorful bristle board if I don't get to cut out these trees? I have so much colored paper.
It'd be a tragedy.
Okay, so Johnny's there. Johnny, do you know if the R400 comes with an RF tube or a DC tube, or like Don said, can you choose which one comes with it?
He's going to message back saying classified.
Yeah. What's it worth to you?
Yeah. What's in it for me?
Exactly. They don't call him Mr. Green for nothing. Thank you for laughing at that.
We don't know, guys.
I needed that, yeah. Oh my goodness. I'll say once again, I want to wish happy holidays to everybody who's in the chat. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Yeah, line weight. So I thought about that too, Johnny. I did double check, and it is a hairline. Fortunately, it's not even coming up in the.
No, that wasn't it. That it's just
caught in
windows.
the.
Yeah.
Should I just delete out everything that's in my printer queue and then restart?
Yes. Yeah. And AK asked, "This really works with Rayjets?" Not yet. I mean, I hope that this is the correct answer. Not yet.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I think for the moment though, keep in mind that the Rayjet software, as of the last year and a half, just got such an incredible update that like I really like Rayjet Manager. It's not Ruby by any means, you're right, but it is more or less job control, which in comparison to where Rayjet Commander was at, is quite an upgrade. I vastly prefer it, just for me personally.
Right, this to the laser.
Thomas, somebody says something. Jali Feast from Belgium. I have no idea what that is.
Beg your pardon?
How do you pronounce it? On the chat.
Oh wait.
Jan, yeah. Oh,
Montreal.
I hope it's not a troll message, because we've got somebody who speaks.
Where? Who?
Are you able to pop it up, Miguel? Hold on, I'm still fighting with my.
Yeah, there.
It's Merry Christmas from Belgium.
Awesome.
Oh, there you go.
This is Dutch.
Okay. Oh yeah, you guys.
It's
in French.
Yeah, it's the other. It's we have 3 national languages in Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
You have Dutch, French, and German. So this is one of my countrymen, I guess.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yoke.
I'm so glad you could join us. Man.
So I screwed up, guys. Big time.
What happened?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Check this out. And this is a nice proportion Christmas tree, right? And I took this side as a reference. Yay! But it's 45 inserts, so it's the diagonal, so it's a bit too narrowed.
Wait.
I need to redo it.
I saw that. Did you see that? I thought you wanted to do some diagonal stuff.
Yeah, and I screwed up, so I will very quickly adapt it, but I think it will be okay.
Don't worry, this is gonna be like Bob Ross, where there's no mistakes, just happy accidents.
Yeah. I spotted nice things. Sorry, about this new version of Ruby. I don't know where to find the pop-up of the estimated time, but the time of production of one piece is kept in the queue. So when you come back to your production queue on the last tab of Ruby, the production time of that piece is kept. Before it wasn't the case. So if you forget how long it took to produce something, you can go back to that and see it. And also the progress bar of the production is now under the name on the top of Ruby. You see on the right side, top right side, you have your email account to log in, okay? And just on the left, you have your laser. And now you have a progress bar just below it. It's not as fancy on the 400, but it's a useful information if you are preparing another thing and you want to check where you are in the actual production. So those are the 2 things I spotted.
And how did you update Ruby? Did you have to download it again, or
no? I just it was a bit long, but I guess it's part of the cloud-based technology, and I just waited for the pop-up in my Ruby general area. There was a pop-up below saying there is an update. Do you want to update it? And the update tells you that you need to restart Ruby and your computer once the download is complete. and then that was it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was quite simple.
That's another thing I'm looking forward to next month. I think when Miguel makes it back to Canada is really bringing back some of our sort of Ruby highlight streams. So getting to look at, or not streams necessarily, even videos, but just having a chance to let Miguel deep dive into Ruby again, and certainly he's by far the most talented person we have with Ruby. But I think at the same time, it never hurts to be able to dig in and, like you said, find all those little like cool tricks and tips and neat things that you can do. One of my favorite streams we've ever done was near the original Ruby launch when Miguel sort of went through like a Ruby breakdown. Do you remember that one, Miguel? And then you were like fixing files live on the stream.
I'm asking that because I'm actually looking for the update, and it didn't pop up to me yet. I think that's pretty cool.
It took me. You need to be aware because I guess once it pop up, maybe it fades away in a couple of minutes. But it took maybe 3-5 minutes for it to pop up, and then yeah, I just clicked on it and everything went smooth.
All right. I'll check it out. That's actually pretty cool. I had some emails this week asking about that specific tool, and I was like, well, Ruby doesn't have it yet, and I know it's one of the tools to come. Probably in the next update, and lo and behold, the next update is right here.
Yes,
so
sir.
For anybody that is still on the fence about Ruby, this is it. Like, we are updating Ruby much more frequently than we ever updated job control. Things are coming based on like customer feedback. So use it, give us feedback. There is a button for it. And Don,
yes, sir.
How is it?
Still cannot connect to printer, but we're working on it. We just restarted the Rayjet, and we are reconnecting to it now. And we're going to resend to the printer, and we're going to see if we have better luck. Local printer spooler service is not running. Interesting. Okay. We are gonna, we're gonna solve this with. Okay. Tell you what. I'm going to use this as an opportunity. Miguel, if this ever happens to somebody, if you're ever like at home and struggling with your laser, where would I go as a customer who has something that they need to get solved by tech support? Say if I needed to contact Miguel, which I frequently do, what would be the best way that I could go about doing that?
Trotec.ca. Trotec.ca. How do you put the... I'm gonna post it here. But again, this is for Canada only, everyone. If you're not in Canada, that's not the place to go. You can go to the Trotec website of your local Trotec and you can create a ticket there. But for us in Canada, you can go to mytrotec.ca. It's a very, very cool, I wouldn't say just website. It's more like a portal where you can watch videos. You can, get some marketing files to run on your laser. You can buy training, buy warranty. There's a bunch of stuff there, and we're gonna add like an actual store. We can always team viewer in to have a look remotely. Yeah, and that, you know. But to be honest, like, Don is struggling with Windows. I think he updated something, and besides the graphic card this morning, and that's why he's having that.
Oh no.
So, yeah. Oh no, indeed.
It was working yesterday. I have some of my. Tell you what, I could even in the interim, I could show off some of the sample files that I cut yesterday of Miguel's design.
I mean, last time I updated my Windows was like 6 months ago, or something like that, because of that.
No, Miguel.
Yeah. What do you know? That's what you do, right? Like, if you have a machine that depends on your Windows, and yeah, Windows is terrible, awful.
Okay, just finished. Halfway finishing.
Okay, that looks so good.
I forgot to mention that I use masking tape to cover up the acrylic, so I can start colouring in. Where his eyes and his bow tie and his buttons are going to go.
Are you gonna like hand color it in?
I am going to hand colour it in, yes.
That's cool.
So just very simple, just colour it in with some pen.
I was gonna ask Amy, have you ever done? So Thomas was talking about doing his first Christmas market. Have you ever done anything like a Christmas market or like a fair or a crafts fair?
No, I was totally going to do it in the beginning of 2020, and of course, you know what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still on the horizon then for the future. It's a possibility for down the road. Okay. I'm gonna make my first trip out to Europe in the start of next year. So I am like checking off things that I have to go do, and I was gonna get suggestions from you and Thomas. Check the printer spooler and empty it. Let me see.
Yeah, Jeff, you already know. Did you do that already? Yeah.
I think so.
Right, you can already start seeing where the eyes are going.
Wait, shiny.
Is that glitter pen?
It's not, but the acrylics glitter.
Nice.
So there's his eyes. Red bow tie.
Classic.
And of course, the best thing about the masking tape is that if you go outside the lines, you don't have to worry because we're just going to peel that off.
Smart.
Oh, the blue thing is the masking tape?
It is, yeah.
That's why when she showed the other side, it was the bright goldy.
Amy has done? Damn! You're too quick.
She's too good, man. She's a ringer.
Show me. I wasn't there. Oh, it's too
On
cute.
the aquarelle?
Let's see. I might have better luck cutting this up with scissors. Let's see. How can I possibly be so...
Where's the fun in that?
Exactly. Well, and Doug, it's like you said, it's the Windows update, man. It's got me again. But fortunately, I have the best group of people in this stream right now. If I ever was looking for people to help me get this done, yeah, this is in 32. All right, let me go into my...
Yeah, we have some technical issues on our Christmas stream. Thankfully,
other sentences that have never been said before in the human language. Technical issues on our Christmas tree. Just in my system 32. Yes, hello.
Okay, the second part is done.
All right, all painted. Just gotta let them dry.
That's so cute. Do you think? I kind of think that, like, part of the reason I love your design, Amy, is also that I think sometimes the
funny thing is that this was before. Okay, this was why I was not happy. Okay. Because you have every corner one tree top, so it's kind of 4 Christmas trees. Okay, and now the funny thing is on the side you have bigger Christmas side, but hopefully I can achieve something more coherent. Cross your fingers. There you go.
I mean, you can already tell that once you get it all sized, it's going to look beautiful.
There, and then on the other sides. Oh, and by the way, Miguel?
Yes.
I will start in January my training on Fusion 360.
Ooh, nice.
to conceptualize directly on 3D. So there you go.
Wow.
Oh, that's so cool.
And now
Wow.
I need to figure out a power cable long enough to plug it.
Wow.
Give me a sec.
That's beautifully done. Quick question for you, Amy, from Nicole. Wondering if
go
you
for
reversed the acrylic. Did you reverse engrave the acrylics that you could do it on the back side of the gold and then color them in, or did you engrave straight into the front?
Just straight into the front. I'm already starting to peel the masking tape.
God.
That's the fun bit. I don't know about you, but moving the masking tape is so much fun.
100%.
Looks like he's got little boots on.
Do you, when you get a new cell phone every, I don't know, however, every couple of years or whatever it is, or like a new electronic device, and you have that sweet moment of peeling off the sticker from the front of the screen for the first time?
Oh, that's so, yeah.
It's so good.
The best.
Okay. I've emptied the spool. We are going to try. And you know what?
There you go.
Doesn't work. I'm already so spoiled by the fact that you guys have put together some incredible stuff. I was going to say before, part of what I really love about your design, Amy, is that you've sort of brought back it's not just laser on top of laser on top of laser, which is usually, obviously, where Miguel and I end up sort of taking a lot of our projects, right? That it has sort of, again, like the handcrafted addition of something extra special on top of the initial lasering, piece, right? I even think, I think back, Nicole, who's in the chat, Nicole Davis, we did a gingerbread house challenge. Was that last year already?
It was.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has the cool, the underlit, the tribute to the Christmas vacation house with the underlit rooftop with I think it was fruit cereal, Fruit Loop cereal on top.
Yeah.
And it was it was so cool because, again, same thing, right? Like using the laser as a base to then build on top of something special. This is really hooped, guys. I am gonna disappear for 1 minute, and I'm gonna come right back. I am gonna restart my PC. I am gonna go congratulate it for doing such a good job, and I will be back in 2 seconds. Miguel, you can hold down the fort. I trust you. Why are we talking about that horrible challenge? LOL. I still like Tristan.
So, first, that looked like his beer as well. So that's pretty cool. I love it. And dude, I don't know about you, Emmy, but if you want to get into the 3D, these are so funny. I'm sorry. So this is so funny.
What makes you laugh?
You're a kid. I think he's your kid, right?
What?
I think he's your kid, right?
Yeah, behind me, yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to talk to us. So.
Want to say hello? Come.
Yes.
He was talking to us. It's own language.
Oh, no, Dad. This is how you do it.
There we go.
There you go. This is my kid, William.
Oh,
Hi, William.
hi.
He's already talking a lot.
Yeah. He's a good kid.
So Thomas, next year, as soon as I get back to Canada, I'm gonna start doing some 3D streams as well. On Rhino, on Rhino, and I don't know about Fusion 360 because we are partners with Rhino.
Yeah,
but we'll be mostly with Rhino, but we'll be basically 3D, right? And we're gonna...
What decided me to go with Fusion? I think it's for my line of work, the project I want to develop on it. It's more accessible, I believe. We talked about that by email, and also the workflow between Fusion 360 Illustrator and also Ruby is, I think, easier because Fusion 360 can export in DXF. DXF can be worked again in Illustrator. It means I can have my worth shape and perfectly assembled on Fusion 360 instead of doing it as I do it today in Illustrator. So thinking in 3D but developing in 2D. And so either I can do my boxes and lampshade directly in Ruby, or if I want to edit the shapes and integrating engraving or inside cutting with the shapes, I can work directly in Illustrator and then go directly in Ruby in the native file, drag and drop. So that's why decided me to go
So
on this one.
I used both. I mean, not to a good extent, of course, and that's why I'm asking you because at the end of the day, you can use that with the Rayjet. You just need to go on a more 3D route.
Yeah.
But Rhino has something called Grasshopper. It's
Okay.
like a plugin,
Okay.
and if you know how to use that, man, it's limitless. We have a webinar about Grasshopper.
Okay.
Forgot the name of the man. I think it's Andres, and he explains he's one of the developers of Grasshopper. He explains how it works, and dude, it's insane. You go putting some like nodes, and like it starts multiplying, making some like random shapes, and at the end of the day, you have like art, and it didn't even
Okay.
know how you actually made that. And then you can make the slices to cut into the, of course, in the laser.
Okay.
And there is a way to transfer to the laser directly, but it's not really, in my opinion, it's not really easy.
Yeah,
Or
it's what you told me. It's kind. I think you need to render in a kind of format or something, and then you need to pass through several steps to make sure that the file is readable by other your graphic
but
software
just
or
like
the.
AutoCAD, I think Rhino can also save in PDF. I think Fusion
Okay.
360 also can save in PDF, and if it saves in PDF, that means what you can,
Yeah,
put on Ruby,
directly import in
right?
Ruby. Yeah.
So that's also that. Ryan's amazing boost so out of price range. I don't know if Fusion 360 is not subscription, right? It's also a
Yeah,
purchase.
it's the most cost effective is a 3-year subscription. So every 3 years you pay for it, but it's almost I tell you this, the same fee monthly than Adobe's Illustrator's fee. I just have this license, so it cost me an average €20 a month, and the monthly fee, if you take the 3-year subscription in Fusion for Belgium, it's around 30. So
Yeah, I think Rhino is like $700, $900, something like that. But
yeah,
it's a one
but
purchase kind of
just
thing.
one time, just
Yeah,
one time.
you purchase software. So, and also I think Rhino it's like higher floor and higher ceiling. You
Yeah.
have to read
But
and understand a lot. 3D,
yeah,
2D.
as I've never conceptualized in 3D before, I think maybe I will start with Fusion because the general interface and the amount of tutorial. I've tried to check on YouTube what tutorial I can find, and also in Belgium we have dedicated training, physically training for Fusion 360. So maybe the learning curves will be easier if I start with this one and then transition if it's not enough to Rhino. Future will tell, basically.
True. Well, talking
Hi
about the
Nicole, I didn't see you.
what? She wanted the baby to be shown. Yeah, William, little Bill.
It's beneath the
So,
desk.
so yeah, like I I love what you did with the lampshade. I love the earring, Amy, and like I said, you guys would save Christmas for us. I didn't even know what was gonna happen. I hope I didn't jinx anything for us and Trotec, but yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah,
It looks absolutely
love it.
amazing. And Thomas, what's the name of the thing? Candelier or whatever. What's the name of that? The
It's
lampshade. Yeah, lamp.
lampshade. Yeah,
Can
yeah.
yeah, it can become a lens as well. So if you ever need a weapon to defend yourself, it's really pointy.
Spear.
You
It's
can
a spear.
yeah, you keep
I've come
What I
back
would
to
do
stream at a
with that
strange
thing.
time.
if I needed to trim it, if I needed to adapt it, maybe as I have enough room here, maybe do some slots to suspend some Christmas decoration on
Yeah, you
it.
could do some ornaments,
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
marbles.
I did some balls this year. I did some Christmas ornaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be so cool to live like
Wait for me.
your girlfriend might be so happy like living with the crafter, you know, like everything in your house. You're like, you know what? Like we need I don't know, we need a lampshade. Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna make one for us. So half an hour later you have a lampshade made, you know, by yourself. You don't need to go out and buy anything.
Why buy
I
one
say
when
stuff.
you can make one?
I say stuff like that to my girlfriend too, but half an hour later, she does not have a functioning lampshade. She has fire.
I bought a
Musical
yeah, there you
stomach.
go. Okay, so that tree there, the Christmas tree that you have there in your hand, one of the yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to do. That's exactly what I was trying to do. Yeah, so it folds and becomes something like that. Yes, I mean I was trying to do, right?
And
God knows if we will be able to. Uh, Don, look, it's 56 minutes. Just let us know. Are you gonna be able to cut it or not?
I'm gonna cut. A
Drop
thing.
the dog. Drop the dog.
I'm gonna
Yeah, drop
cut
the
a
dog.
thing. No,
Mo.
he goes
Go.
ballistic. Let's see. Let's see. Back to the queue. It's okay. My Rayjet manager just froze on me, which is the first time that's ever happened to me with Rayjet manager. So I'm gonna. Here we go. We're gonna try it one more time here.
Right, I've got the back ends on. I don't know if you can see that. Like, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. They're just 3mm, just back stud earrings. So
Jeez. How do you guys use that? I mean, by you guys it being any person that uses an earring, you have this thing, you know, pointing at your neck, that if you do the wrong movement, it simply stabs you.
no, it does not.
If it's pointed at your neck, you're wearing it wrong, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing looked big. So, oh, she's gonna
Okay.
test it right now.
There we go.
There we go.
Ta-da!
It looks pretty good.
There we go.
It works.
It works, yeah.
Okay,
we go,
Don.
two
So,
earrings.
how are we doing? It's not gonna happen, is it?
We're cutting as we speak. It's not going to be
Okay.
the design you sent me, but it's going to be a design you sent me.
What do you mean?
Just so I can show you guys, because I think Miguel's design deserves to be recognized. So it's not the final version, but
Nah, the final version was fixed. Like tons of things that I did fix. By the way, I will do that when I get back, just as you know, some kind of prideful thing, and I will do that with acrylic, with an acrylic bender, because I don't know if you were here when I explained that, Thomas, but the idea is to do that with a heat bender. You know, to bend the acrylic and make
Yeah.
it stay in place. Because with
Oh, that's
paper,
cool, Dan.
so it folds and it would turn 90 degrees and stay like that. You know.
so this was the update that I said they made today in order that, but like with paper,
Yeah.
it works beautifully.
That's so
So
cute.
it
I love
it
that.
should be something simple, you know. It's very very simple.
It's so thin.
I think it's a reminder from the. Here, I'll see if I can.
Yeah, because it's made of paper. So it's supposed for you to just put that on your desk and that's it. You know, like you want to give some Christmas trees to a company. You know, your employees. You just print 20 of those and put in their desks, and that's
Yeah,
it.
Well,
great
it's
for
like a-
decorative pieces.
It's like a cool Christmas card too. Like you could do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because all made of paper, you could do like custom Christmas cards like that. But it stands on its own, and there we go.
Totally, yeah.
But that part is not fixed, so I think he broke on the bottom, right? To
No.
turn it to do that.
No, it's all good. The only thing Miguel made a good point, which is he really expanded out the base, which on the later versions makes it stand a little bit easier. Right now it sort of flops a little bit, but it does stand on its own, and it's gorgeous. I just, even though Windows was conspiring against me today, I wanted to show off the original prototype that he sent me. So I do think it's a beautiful design. I think it's really cool.
I wanted to do some stuff, some ornaments to make it an actual stream, but alas,
it was not to be.
Yeah, it was not to be. I would do that in acrylic, actually bend the thing, so nobody can break it, and put some ornaments there. Yeah, I mean, I'll go back in. Okay, so I think he is doing his fatherly things.
Mhm.
And Don, do you want to wrap this up? Because, well, I think they saved the Christmas,
100%. Again,
And
2 years
again,
running.
yeah, wait.
As
No.
always.
Last year, my Christmas, my gingerbread house.
Your
is
gingerbread
still
house
in
was
front-
solid.
Yes.
Solid is in front of the Trotec office, dude.
That's, I mean,
Everybody
it's
that
literally
walks
gone
in-
solid. It is hard.
Yeah,
as
it's actually
a
became
rock.
it became a stone. Like as soon as you walk in an Ontario office, you see my gingerbread house. So last year I actually delivered. This year, well,
You delivered.
my hands are in the air. They're not actually picking and crafting stuff.
You know what? I think it's the Christmas season. It's the season for forgiveness, Miguel. I think also, we haven't gotten to have a stream with Thomas and Amy in a long time. So I'm so glad to have the opportunity to get all back together and do that. I think this was a lot of fun. I know, obviously I'm a little bit disappointed that Windows conspired against us and the Rayjet today, but I think when Miguel gets back and he makes it out of acrylic like it's meant to be, you guys are going to see a really, really beautiful project. Heading into end of the stream here, obviously a huge happy holidays from everybody at Trotec, everybody who's watching in chat, anybody who's watching this on YouTube later on down the line, even if it's the middle of the summer, happy holidays to you. The Christmas comes in the middle of the summer for the Southern Hemisphere, so technically I'm totally fine. Miguel, yes.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, from John Lennon and myself. I gotta say, if you guys are not familiar with it, we have so many talented people who are in our chat all the time. Doug from HPA, Nicole, of course, Johnny, too many people to mention. I will really quick, of course, shout out our two co-hosts here, Thomas, who's Enchanté now, you can see it there in his name on Instagram, and Amy, the same Mischief Pop on Instagram. Absolutely check them both out. They are incredibly, incredibly talented. Miguel's going to be coming back to Canada in January, and you will start to see a lot of beautiful stuff showing up on our Instagram page, stuff that he has made. He is the man. I am supported tenfold by having such talented people around me.
You're the man as well, but you host and I make. We just flipped the script this year.
We need to get the team back together.
The universe will finally, start moving the correct.
The planets will all be in alignment once again.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that.
And then third lockdown.
Mark it on your calendars.
Yes, indeed.
That won't happen.
Lots of exciting things to come in the new year, especially though. I'm just excited to have the team back together and be doing all this great stuff again on a more frequent basis. With Miguel back in the office, it's going to make that so much easier for us. So you guys can look forward to, I really, really hope, a lot more streams with Thomas and Amy and Nicole and Johnny and all of the really talented team around us. I think that's it for this year. Is there anything, any final words from anybody? Anybody want to throw something in there? You feel good?
Just happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone. And
bring back some warm weather, Miguel, please.
Yeah, and again, thank you all for saving Christmas and for always being here, or most of the time, not always, but, always being here. You guys are somewhat our rock as well. And everybody that's in the chat, and everybody that keeps popping up to those streams are not very addictive, but more of a fun little thing, that we do. You're always welcome. And next year we'll have tons of stream, not only because I'll be back, but because we actually will plan things ahead, right? So I think we're gonna have 2 or 3 streams every month. Is that it, Don?
Yes, sir. I'm already. I've got a calendar that already goes out through halfway through the year. So
there we go.
That's where I've been spending a lot of my time, is just getting everything ready for 2022. I'm even getting together a new studio, so you won't see me in this weird backlit. I feel like I'm lit like a Disney villain. It's terrible in here. So it's gonna be good. I have
There
high
we go.
expectations and high hopes.
There we go. So 2022 would be a great year, and enjoy it, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
All the best, everyone.
Bye.
Take care.